If you've been looking for professional level studio monitors that don't break the bank, punch way above their size, and have built-in room correction technology, then I may have just found the perfect new pair of speakers for you. These are the IK Multimedia iLoud Precision 6 Mark II monitors. They officially released in August 2025, and they retail for $799 per speaker, which means about $1,600 per pair. So with that price point, these are definitely targeted towards the more professional users who are maybe upgrading or investing in their very first pair of high-end speakers. I've been lucky enough to be working with them for over a month now here in my home studio, and in that time, I've used them for everything from production to mixing, mastering, and content creation for that full perspective on their sound quality and functionality. So in the timestamps below, you'll see that I've divided this review into 3 main sections: design, technology, and sound quality. So let's get right into the sauce. These speakers are called Precision 6 because they feature a 6.5-inch woofer. This woofer produces an impressive low frequency response, and they definitely stand on their own without a subwoofer. This makes them perfect for any small desk, medium-sized workstations, or full-size home studios. They're surprisingly heavy for their size, which is usually a good indicator of sound quality. On the front, you just have your tweeter/mid-range driver and the woofer/lower mid driver, plus a light to indicate your power status. When the light is on, the monitors are on. And when the light is slowly blinking, the monitors are in standby mode, which is perfect for when you walk away from your desk for hours on end. On the back is where you'll find all the exciting sauce and features. First, you have your low frequency extension controls. This is where you'd roll off the bass if they were being used in conjunction with a subwoofer. But in this setup, it's just these 2 speakers, so I'm going to keep it set to full. Next, you have low and high frequency, boosting or reducing. I typically leave these 2 in the flat setting for the most transparent response possible. If I was going to tweak the response, I'd probably use the built-in automatic calibration features, which we'll talk about next. Because moving over, we have IK Multimedia's secret sauce button, the calibration/preset control. This is the button you press after you connect your ARC measurement microphone straight into the back of your Precision 6 speakers. Literally XLR from the mic right into the speakers. This allows you to completely calibrate your speakers without ever connecting them to a computer if you don't want to. But moving on, we have XLR audio input, which connects to your audio interface, a level knob, AC power input, and the power switch. And that's the entire design and overview of the new IK Multimedia Precision 6 monitors. So let's hook these speakers up and go through the actual calibration options and take some real room measurements. The quickest and simplest way to do it is plugging the included measurement mic straight into the speaker. Press and hold the calibration button, then when you see the blinking lights, move out of the way so you don't interfere with the speaker's projection or the microphone's measurements. Make sure your mic is set up in the exact listening position to get the most accurate measurement possible. Then you'll hear the sine wave sweeps. After you hear those sine wave sweepy noises, you've literally finished calibrating your first speaker, and you just switch the mic over to the other side, press and hold the calibration button, and you're good to go with your basic setup. No separate computer app, and no ARC box cluttering up your monitor setup with extra cables. Just a brilliantly simple integration of software and hardware working together for that seamless user experience. And I think this nicely represents the future of monitor tech. But if you want to take your speaker correction to the next level, then connect them to your computer via USB and open up the included ARC-X software. This is basically room correction on steroids, because not only do you get to measure and flatten the response to your speakers, but it also loads your personal EQ curve onto the speaker itself for standalone functionality without any computer. In this more advanced setup, you would connect your mic and speakers to your interface, open the ARC-X software, select your interface, your left speaker and right speaker via USB, then go through all the calibration steps on screen. ARC-X can also make them emulate over 20 different speakers, from super high-end speaker brands all the way down to popular consumer devices. This is extremely useful for checking your mix without actually having to switch devices. Plus, it's designed to communicate with the included iLoud monitor remote to switch between your favorite correction profiles and emulations at the touch of a button. This controller doesn't switch between your different physical speakers, it switches between calibration and emulation presets and settings that you choose and store in your speakers using the ARC-X software. So when I need to physically switch between my primary and secondary monitors, I simply open the Apogee Control 2 app, then click this shortcut here in the bottom right corner to switch between 1, 2, or even more if you have a huge collection of speakers. But that's enough yapping and calibration. Let's actually listen to these speakers in action. I've gathered some examples of tracks that I produced in the style of hip hop, dance music, and pop to hear these speakers in action across 3 different genres. and we're going to be listening through the high-quality converters in my Apogee Symphony Studio interface. I want to get a little more context with multiple monitors, and listen to my iLoud MTM Mark II speakers and compare them to the Precision 6 monitors. This is basically comparing a 6.5-inch woofer to a double 3-inch woofer, and we're going to A/B them side by side. Let's begin with a hip-hop track.
I'm getting hundreds, I'm getting bags, my business running, my haters mad. I'm spending big label money with no big label deals. I got that boss bitch energy on top of my field. I'm getting hundreds, I'm getting bags, I'm getting hundreds, I'm getting bags, I'm getting hundreds, I'm getting bags, I'm getting hundreds, bags. I know you're looking from afar. You need another hobby, but you can't help it. I'm a star, and everybody talking. They talking about the way you move, yeah. Copying that count that she do it. Trendsetter, go get her, no better than me. I did it, I'm winning, I'm getting.
It sounded really punchy and full, but now let's pick up the tempo and listen to a dance track.
Burning me up, burning me up, burning me up.
I was really impressed by how dynamic the transient sounded, plus all the details in the stereo image were really clear. Now let's slow it down a bit and hear a pop song through both speakers.
Hey, did you know that my body's a party? Oh, it's a vibe and you know you're invited. We can go all out and spend the whole night in. Don't make no plans cause I know you like it. I don't care if you wanna stay and waste all my time. I don't care if people think it's wrong or it's right. I don't care as long as I got you by my side, chasing those butterflies. Yeah. Better hold on, baby. I'm gonna drive you crazy. I'll keep you running back. Gotta love, yeah, love like that. Put your body in motion, like the waves in the ocean. Always coming back. Gotta love, yeah, love like that. Gotta love, yeah, love like that. I gotta love, yeah, love like that. I gotta love, yeah, love like that. Love like that.
My overall impression of the Precision 6 speakers is I'm impressed, and I also want to keep listening to more. The quality felt so smooth and transparent across the frequency spectrum, but what really stood out to me was the mid-range clarity. Mids are like the proving ground of speaker quality in my opinion, and these Precision 6 monitors offered excellent separation between the different instruments and vocals across the mid-range. If you divide the mids into lower and upper mids, I would say the Precision 6s had so many more details to offer in that frequency range, whereas the MTM monitors felt a little bit more scooped. Plus, the bass was truly bumpin' without feeling exaggerated or boomy or fake. And we're listening to them both corrected, but when I do a similar test with the correction profiles off, I hear very similar results. I can easily make adjustments in my sidechain or finesse my kick and bass settings through these speakers with no problem. And on the top end, these high frequencies were that perfect balance between smooth and transient. They don't leave your ears fatigued after long hours of work, and they don't feel like overly bright and glossy. It's just nice and natural. The sound quality and build quality that you get easily compares to that of like $2,000 to $3,000 monitors, within a similar size, of course. So who would I recommend the IK Multimedia Precision 6 monitors to? I'd say any music producer, engineer, or artist looking for the absolute best quality pair of 6-inch speakers that costs around $1,500 to $1,600 a pair. This is a noticeable step up from the $400 to $500 per pair price range, so I could also see this being a solid choice for someone upgrading their new main monitors to a proper full-size speaker and maybe retiring their old monitors to be some secondary ones. Even before you apply room correction, these speakers sound outstandingly good. I mean, we heard them corrected, but you could easily just turn them on and use them, and they perform way beyond the price point. So there you have my full review and demo listens to the new IK Multimedia iLoud Precision 6 Mark II monitors. If you want to learn more, I've included links in the description below to these monitors, plus the iLoud MTM Mark II speakers, and my full Dolby Atmos home studio build with a 7.1.4 immersive audio setup. And yeah, it sounded insane. But let me know which genre you like the best in these monitors in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time in another video.